Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know it has been a hot minute since I did a video, but my life got a little crazy for a little bit. I started a new job, and even though it was only part-time, you know, I'm working 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. the afternoons. I don't know, my head and my heart hasn't really been there, and, you know, having other things to do in life and been a little wonky. So, but I am here. I am ready to do our next Wheel of the Year folio for Beltane. So let's get started. All right, so for Beltane, this is a little bit smaller, but that's okay. If you're looking for the Beltane folio, Tracy has it this month, so I will put a link down to it at her Etsy shop down below. So, what is Beltane and what's it all about? Well, as the calendar starts to move towards May, Beltane marks the vibrant peak of spring and the official threshold of the light half of the year, or light part of the year. Let's see if we can get my glue here to work. I haven't used it in a little bit. There we go. So historically, Beltane has been celebrated across Gaelic cultures. It's the midpoint between the spring equinox and the summer solstice. It's less about specific doctrines and more about like a universal human response to the changing seasons. It is a time when the dormant energy of winter finally gives way to like just an explosion of growth. You know, by now people have their gardens going and flowers are blooming, and I know here in the Midwest, of course, with all the storms, but you know, they already have all the tomato plants out and pepper plants and herbs and all that stuff is out and ready to be planted. And the world just kind of feels really lush and colorful right now. So, yeah, it's just a natural sense of optimism that transcends any one belief system. And of course, I'm sure a lot of you have heard of May Day, and or maybe seen or been involved with doing the maypole. That was always a fun thing for me to do. So at its heart, here's our cover, by the way. Let's see. Sorry, let me get my thing here so I can score this. At its heart, the celebration is an ode to vitality and connection. Many of the traditions associated with this time, like lighting bonfires or the weaving of the maypole, serves as a symbolic gesture of community and protection. The fires were traditionally, were traditionally meant to purify and rekindle the sun's strength, while the maypole represents the literal grounding of life's energy. In a modern context, observing Beltane can be as simple as acknowledging the resilience of nature, tending to a garden, or just, gathering with your friends to enjoy the outdoors. I'm going to ink around this. You obviously don't have to, but I am going to just a little. So, yeah, it's just a seasonal reminder to celebrate the bloom in our own lives and appreciate the fertile, creative energy that comes in a world with a full flower. It's a very fun time of year when at least for us in the northern hemisphere, all the swimming stuff is out and people are out on their boats. But as I said, do have the storms, which aren't super fun, but yeah, we had a tornado warning last night where I'm at. We had tornadoes last week, so yeah, that hasn't been very fun. Okay, so I don't think I cut everything out. Now that I'm looking at my stuff. Okay, so let me cut everything out. I thought I had. I apologize. And I'll be right back. Okay, I have everything cut out now. So we can move along. I think I cut that very straight. So how has everybody been doing? I hope you've all been well. By the way, this I just backed with some book page. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? This probably should have been a little bit bigger. I don't know if I printed this out too small. And I'm also, I think, missing a pocket. So we're just gonna go with things here. Okay. I am going to just glue the bottom of this here. So that will be a pocket. And I think I want to add just a little piece of washi tape there at the bottom, just to kind of give it a little more decorative element and help keep that closed. Just gonna go around like this. And then we can put, these are just some little blessings or prayers for Beltane. So those can go in there. We can also make this a pocket. However, I am going to tape the back of this. So that these little pieces of washi don't come up and get caught. All right, so I think I'm actually going to put this over here. And I have my freebie for this is this big envelope. So I think I'm going to put it here because it will fit. And then we have this little pocket and this little envelope. Maybe I'll make this like a flip. Yeah, let's do that. Wonder, maybe we'll just do that. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do back there yet, or how I'm going to put all this together, but that can always be a little pocket back there. So that's what we're going to do. Let's see, I think I'll just put a little bit of glue along there. And there. Try not to get it right on the fold there. There we go. So then we can have little journal cards in here if we want. And then here I can put this little pocket. So you just kind of get that folded there. Try to make it as straight as I can. And I'm going to use a little trick that Tracy recently showed in one of her videos, which is just so simple, yet it's like, really, why didn't I think of that? So I'm going to put just a little bit of glue here on the bottom. And we're going to glue this down first. And I'm just going to put it right here. And then to keep things from sticking on this when we go to put stuff in here, because I always have that issue, I'm just going to put a little bit of tape. And then we can glue down the sides. How smart is that? And let's see, we've got some little freebies here. I think maybe I'll put this, or no, not that. I think that's too big. Maybe this one. I'll put on there. No. Maybe this one. Kind of help keep that closed. Okay, we're going to do that. And we'll take the little, I think we'll put the beltane up here. But let's ink around that. Okay. There we go. And then this, okay, so if we put these in here, oh, that'll fit in there, although it's a little tall. That's a little tall. Wait, I have, yeah, let's put this in there. There we go. And no, that's a little tall. Okay. Well, we'll put these in here. Oh, and I did make a pocket back here, so we could do one back there, one in here. There we go. And then we can have, oh, in here I have a little recipe card for a fun summer drink, and of course the little themes and herbs and animals and correspondences that go with beltane. So we've got those in there. And let's see, I'm gonna put that there. Have these little cards. Could put that actually together, but I don't think I want to. Okay, so those can go behind there. I wish I had my other little pocket. I don't know what I did with it. It's somewhere. Okay, so let's see here. We can do this little envelope down here. Oh, I hate to cover that up. Let's see. Oh, we could go here so that it's kind of, no. Let's do this. I have this could be a pocket. And then we could also have the little envelope. We could have the envelope down like that. Okay, let's do that. So I'm going to make this little envelope kind of come down like that. I think we could still put a tag back there. Let's see, it would go. Wait, what am I thinking? I don't know what I'm thinking. You know what? I'm just going to leave the envelope open. How about that? We'll glue the envelope down open. We'll have that there. We'll have this down here, or we could put this down here and this. Put that here. Put those in there. Or we can also just put those in there. And then let's do that up there like so. I just don't want it sticking out, you know, too much at the top. And then if I put this here, we could still have, okay, let's do that. So I'm gonna put this down first. And you guys should not have this much trouble. I mean, it's not trouble, but I know you guys will have an extra piece. I don't know what I did with mine. I know there's more pockets and stuff that go here, so. And again, my nose is running. I don't know why it does that. All right, so this unfortunately will be covered up, but it's okay. Tis okay. There we go. So this little tag can go in here, and these can go in here. And then I have all these extra little goodies and whatnot that I think I'll put in here, so then I can later decorate as I want to. I'll just kind of cut these up here, and we can put these in our envelope as well. So that goes like that, and that goes like that. And there is our folio for belting. Very cute. All right, guys, that is it for this one. Thank you so much for joining me and for following along with this project. I hope you guys are enjoying this as well. We have 5 more to go for the year, so I hope you continue to play along, and please show us your creations. You can post them in either my group or Tracy's group, or both. We would both love to see them. And yeah, all the information is down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.